Alrighty, PG-13. This is G.I. Joe, 1997. Now I only have 6 figures out of the 24, and we can take a quick look at all the figures for this year, and I'll just quickly go through. Now the Baroness, I do have her in red and black. Well, I do have Frostbite. This Cobra Commander is in blue instead of silver. This Destro looks like he's got a voodoo head that's all shrunken. You know, why can't they keep the proportions better? And Iceberg, it looks like he's got zombie eyes. Look what they did. Oh, jeez. Poor Iceberg. Then we have Lady J, looks like a Night Force version. And let's see, this version of Snake Eyes, I do have quite a few different ones, but I don't have this one because he has a silver grenade. Then we go, now they got Snow Job. Did they name him Snow Job? We'll have to check. And we have Storm Shadow, the version I got over here. So we will go down here, and then we have Duke. Look at that. That outfit for Duke, I don't know. Don't know about that one. Oh wow, look what they did to Torpedo. That looks like a Night Force version. Oh, interesting color. And I don't have this Viper. Out of all the versions of Vipers I have, I don't have this one. And then we got vehicle drivers. I'm gonna say that's Ace. Since we've seen Ace I don't know how many times in this outfit with similar head sculpts. All the same head sculpts probably. Then we have the Alley Viper that I have. And this is General Hawk. That also looks like a Night Force version almost. Then we have Gung Ho that I have. And we have the Stars and Stripes. Oh. You're not going to believe who this is supposed to be. This is supposed to be Breaker. And it looks like they have Roadblock's body. I think that's, was it Roadblock's 86 body? Oh, that's not Breaker. Breaker had a beard. Breaker looked like, you know, like that. That's Grunt. What the heck kind of camouflage is that? It looks like he went to some painting party. And then we have, you're not going to guess who that is. That's supposed to be Rock and Roll. He's got no beard. Oh, that's the worst version of Rock and Roll yet. Oh, camouflage pants, alright. Again, there's the 86 Roadblocks chest piece. Oh my god. Oh, sorry Scarlet, but this is the worst head sculpt ever. Oh. Then we have Grunt, and I do have Grunt. And like I said, the Stars and Stripes I tend to use as parts for now because this plastic becomes brittle. We have Short Fuse. And oh, where's Zap? Sorry, this one was Grunt. You know, you can confuse him because he has the same head sculpt. This is Grunt, and this one was Zap. And this one was Short Fuse. Alright. And we have the Snake Eyes. And I do have some versions of them. And last but not least, this outfit for Stalker looks pretty awesome. So, his head might be proportioned properly, but I don't know, it's looking a little smaller. So again, they kind of ruin some of our favorite characters. And I'll just pull up some here that I did use for parts. So the Stars and Stripes one, Short Fuse. Now we all know the original 82 and 83. I have the straight arm one, but I made a medic, so you can call him Hawkeye. Hawkeye can work with Doc. And you take a Doc's body, and you take a Breaker Desert body, and you can switch the arms out. So this Breaker seems to have a different tone here, but this is not Breaker's head. But you know, I had a couple Stars and Stripes, same guy. So you make your customs. Then for a short fuse, they should have named Bazooka, but they named the other guy Bazooka that replaced him. So there's his body, and his head sculpt is, well, another figure somewhere. Oh. But you can see the differences. So he has these green pants. You know, why wouldn't they keep the color like all unison, all the same? But anyways, anyways, I do like making customs out of figures, so we're just gonna put that back. You know. Now, Storm Shadow is one of my favorites, but you know, like, I don't know what it is that these Storm Shadows always seem to yellow. And this one did come with a lot of cool weapons, like this awesome rifle here, M16. Doesn't have the Cobra emblem, which is kind of crappy. It seems to be a little, but you can see like the freckles or speckles, I don't know, kind of crappy paint job is that on him. This one looks nice. I don't know what they did to him. Maybe he was playing in the mud. He got splattered. It doesn't even follow through his whole outfit. If they were going to go for at least a leopard pattern, it might have made sense there, but what the heck were they thinking? See, it looks like he just got all dirty. Anyways, that's the worst paint job for a Storm Shadow, but not the worst Storm Shadow made. That's for sure. We already looked at Gung Ho in the other video. Again, like, even his boots. What are they doing here? I mean, yes, his strap, but why would his strap be the same color as his boot? That doesn't make sense. But oh well. You know what? The thinking of Hasbro is just gone downhill. I mean, I don't know who they got working on their figures, but they really seem to have sucked. Now the original Alley Viper, he looks cool, but the other kind of Alley Viper is more like a Cobra mask. So again, I do like both. They both are pretty cool, and they do have, well, this one has the Cobra emblem on, I think, this arm only. But again, that's a cool looking figure, great army build. And well, we do have Frostbite. Now, the other versions that look like this do have the same beard, but it's like, you know, Frostbite, they like get the colors wrong, and you know, Frostbite was never a redhead, probably in the cartoon or the comics. So, and that's the Snowcat driver. Now, they didn't offer him a Snowcat for that year. They did make a lot of different versions of the Snowcat, so I don't know. I still say the original is better. So you can use this guy as, say, Tom or Jake. Call him something different. You don't look like a Frostbite to me. So there is 24 figures. This year wouldn't be too hard to collect, but it might be a little more pricier because they might be a little harder to find. They might not have made as many. And you know, thinking of what Hasbro did with their 2-packs, really sucked because the weapons seem to be thicker, so they don't quite fit in the vintage figures' hands. For some, for most. And well, China is preparing for war if they're switching over their factories and making all war goods, so you can't deny that fact. And even if China pretends to play peacemaker, they're not. If you're making weapons for war, then clearly you're going to war. How stupid do people have to be? And people like Donald Trump and DeSantis, well, if you're that stupid that you can't back your democracy, because this is basically the West versus the communists, so either you're for democracy or you're for the communists. And well, Donald Trump, if you're for the communists, and you can suck it, you know what. Anyways, this is the Chinese version of Storm Shadow, and his head looks a little bit smaller, but again, this is 1992, and they did make a few figures for the Chinese versions, if anyone has any out there. So, you know, we don't hate the people of Russia or China, but we definitely hate those people that are doing all the raping and murdering and killing in the Ukraine. That's brutal. So if you're on those, if your name is Trump and you're on the side of the communists and you're not going to back your Western allies and your NATO partners, then clearly you're working for the communists. That's all there is to it. You're either for democracy or you're against democracy. And well, you can have your own opinion if you want, but if you're not, when push comes to shove, helping, you know, your democracy defend against the communist attacks and invasions, because the communists keep going into country after country and killing off people. It's just been going on for the last 30 years. You know, they keep going into country after country, like places like Cambodia and stuff, and first they kill off all the government officials. So if you're a politician out there, you'll be #1 on the communist hit list when they take your country over. So you might want to start building up your militaries more and fast to prevent your own demise. But oh well, if politicians are that stupid, or maybe they're bought out by the Chinese, that's the only reason why they wouldn't be building up their own militaries. So think about it that way. Those who are not for the democracy are working for the communists. Clear as day. So Trump and DeSantis, if you're not going to help the people of Ukraine who are getting murdered and raped and killed and attacked by communists, because that's what it's all about, this war. You know, well, war's ugly. You know, I wish peace for everyone. But again, if you have a peace of mind to realize that the communists keep building up bigger and bigger armies, so they're getting ready to attack you, whether it's a sneak attack or an all-out World War III. These communists are not going out there for a picnic. They're not having rainbows and gender parties. Genderly speaking, you're all in the same boat, everyone in the West. And they do execute men, women, and children on a huge scale. That's what the communists do, and it doesn't matter what gender you are. They'll gendify you right in the back of the head with an axe or a bullet. So remember what they did to the people of Cambodia and all those other places. Alrighty, take care, prepare. War is brutal, and war is definitely hell. So give them hell, Ukraine. Fight those communists on every level. Alrighty, take care. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy the videos, because there's many more videos to come. Alrighty. Yo, Joe! Cobra!